Developing e-content. Online learning is not the next big thing. It is now the big thing. Donna J. Abernethy. Online classes require teachers and students to be on a virtual platform in real time or at flexible times. Exchange and access digital content in audio, video, text, animation, or multimodal content, interact and learn. In addition to using available resources, at times teachers might also be required to develop e-content or digital content that are meant for purposes such as facilitating learning and interaction, conducting assessments, and providing feedback, but are specific to their students' needs and levels. Though there are various government agencies involved in creating e-content, sometimes teachers may be the great agent to develop e-content to address their specific local and contextualized needs. Content thus created can also contribute to virtual platforms under the initiative of PM eVidya for broader use of the e-content. The following excerpt from the National Curriculum Framework for Secondary Education 2022, Section 6.2, Potential of ICT in School Education 6.2.2, Content Creation, will help you understand the significance and impact of content creation by teachers. It says, ICT has not only eased access to content, but it has also enabled the creation of content. ICT has the potential to enable a wide variety of practitioners to create educationally valuable and relevant content. The NCFSE goes on to say that content created by teachers using ICT tools will be A. Locally relevant, B. Need specific, C. Multimodal in nature, and D. Offer a wide variety of resources. Developing forms of e-content. E-content or electronic content, sometimes also called digital content, includes all kinds of content created and delivered through various electronic media. It may be text, images, graphics, video, audio, animations, etc., or any possible combination of these elements available on a web page. According to the Oxford Dictionary, e-content is the digital text and images designed to display on web pages. In the Guidelines for Development of E-Content, Diksha version 3.0, published by Ministry of Education, Government of India, its importance has been highlighted by stating that e-content is any form of learning material available digitally which a learner accesses or interacts with to achieve related learning outcomes. E-content is becoming popular because it allows flexibility in terms of time, place, and pace of learning. A resource-rich environment is necessary for effective teaching and learning, and e-content augments the learning experience by developing various media to visualize and explain abstract ideas. Considering learners' diverse needs, using e-content has become an essential component of the teaching and learning processes. Some of the popular forms of e-content include visual, which is images and graphics, text, rich internet application, games, e-journals, database, presentations, audio, video, simulation, animation, interactives, e-books, immersive content like augmented reality and virtual reality, and energized books. E-content derives its utility from being available anytime, anywhere, cost-effective, user-friendly, able to visualize abstract concepts and present multi-modality based content, reusable and adaptable to local conditions. In the teaching learning environment, e-content may take the shape of a text handout, flashcards, image, collaborative text, audio or podcast, PowerPoint presentation, video, live streams, animations, quizzes, assessments, etc. Technological, Pedagogical and Content Knowledge (TPAC). Teaching using technology as well as developing content using technology required for a moderator or facilitator a skill set encompassing a combination of knowledge sets. The TPAC model outlines these areas of knowledge. The TPAC model explains the importance of three different types of knowledge that helps use technology successfully: the technological knowledge, the content knowledge, and the pedagogical knowledge. The notion behind introducing this framework is that teachers knowledge of technology alone cannot help them enhance the learning of their students. Technology integration in the teaching learning process is a skill referred to as technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPAC. The three domains that a teacher ideally uses in a classroom are pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, and technological knowledge. Only using one will not produce the desired outcome efficiently and may result in learning gaps. Merely stressing over technological tools without involving the appropriate content knowledge and pedagogical approach will not yield a positive result. For example, to teach kids poetry, the teacher should have mastery over the content. Then the teacher must choose the perfect instructional strategy and the best available technological tool. The perfect balances of these three is called TPAC. Teachers can produce e-content that aligns with its objectives and meets students' needs if they employ their technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. Phases of developing e-content. For online classes, teachers need to develop various e-content such as audio, video, podcast, graphs, charts, images, collaborative text for a group work, quizzes, and assessments. To create valuable e-contents responding to the teacher's needs and local context is of prime importance while taking care of quality in selecting appropriate content and pedagogy. The different phases of e-content development are analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation as prescribed by the specific committee set by the Department of School Education and Literacy, DSENL, MHRD, Government of India. The first phase is analysis, where the teacher identify the target audience and their skills, objectives, budget of the content, delivery methods, constants, and timelines. The second phase is design, in which the teacher plans for the use of relevant software, required skills, creative and innovative interaction of subject content like text, picture, videos, and suitable animations. Phase 3 is development, in which the teacher creates the e-content by mixing various forms such as text, audio, video, animation, etc. in the form of videos, podcasts, and presentations. Phase 4 is implementation, in which the teacher conducts the field test of the e-content by introducing it to a sample of the target audience to establish its validity and usability. And phase 5 is evaluation, in which the teacher tests the e-content prototype consisting of all the features and formats to be used in the designed e-content. Apart from the guidelines regarding the phases of development of e-content, there are specific recommendations about the file formats of e-content, collectively termed as the 4-quadrant approach. Department of School Education and Literacy, DSENL, MHRD, Government of India, in order to delineate guidelines to enable planning, preparation, creation, and dissemination of quality digital contents for school and teacher education. The 4 phases are as following. 4 quadrants of online courses. Any massive open online course to be hosted on the SWAYAM platform needs to be developed in the forms of 4 quadrants, that is, e-content, e-tutorial, assessment, and discussion forum. For the ease of our discussion and understanding, we will use the same structure since it is one of the most commonly used frameworks while creating content for e-courses. E-tutorial. E-tutorial shall contain video and audio content in an organized form, animations, simulations, video demonstrations, virtual labs, etc., along with the transcription of the video. E-content shall contain self-instructional materials, e-books, illustrations, case studies, presentations, web resources such as further references, related links, open source content on the internet, case studies, books including e-books, research papers and journals, anecdotal information, historical development of the subject, articles, etc. Our discussion forum is used for raising doubts and clarifying them near real time by the course coordinator or the team. Assessment may comprise problems and solutions, which could be in the form of multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, matching questions, short answer questions, long answer questions, quizzes, assignments and solutions, discussion forum topics, and setting up of frequently asked questions, clarifications on general misconceptions. Thank you.